Here.
Oh, Cookie Monster would share his cookie?
Yep. It's against me primal instinct, but you share with me, and me share with you.
Ah, well, thank you.
Okay, what you say we eat these Cookie Monster style?
Oh, okay.
Cookie!
Welcome to Hubba-Wha, a Muppet quiz show brought to you by ToughPigs.com. It's your favorite quiz show that's not like the others. Here, Muppet fans, Muppet professionals, and everyone in between competes for fabulous prizes and to see who's this week's toughest pig. I'm your host, Becca Petunia of ToughPigs.com. You know, I've been thinking about one of my favorite Sesame Street lines.
Family dinners are really great. We eat the food and then the plate.
So today on Hubba-Wha, we're going to have a great family dinner as we think about gathering our relatives, cooking a meal, eating that meal, and sitting back to watch a parade. Folks, that's right. It's time to talk about all of these great Thanksgiving concepts. It's a Thanksgiving episode. But wait, you ask. Thanksgiving isn't for a couple of months. Yes. Listen, if Ryan and Anthony are allowed to talk about Christmas all year long on Moving Right Along this year, then I can talk about Thanksgiving now. That was the idea all along, and it totally isn't that our release schedule got a little messed up. As always, these questions were written by me with help from that amazing Muppet resource, Muppet Wiki. Speaking of, let's agree to play fair today. Please don't look at Muppet Wiki or any other resource during this game. You shouldn't need Muppet Wiki to tell you that the turkey's the turkey, you turkey. So, let's start things off by setting the table in a game I like to call To Tell a Face. Contestants, buzz in to answer 3 questions about yourself. Whoever buzzes in first will get introduced first. Ready? Go. All right, that's Matthew. So, Matthew, my first question for you, what is your name?
My name is Matthew Soberman. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yeah, I have to check. I'm going to have to check Muppet Wiki, but I think according to Muppet Wiki, that's correct, at least starting in season 2.
Okay.
Next question. What's your history with the Muppets?
Well, like most people, I was kind of raised on Muppet stuff. You know, my parents bought a lot of the VHS tapes when I was a kid. My homesick from school movie was The Great Muppet Caper, which I must say is in the last couple of years has proven very beneficial to my mental well-being. Just been a Muppet fan for life, and I sort of rediscovered it like freshman year of college, and then a few years later I joined ToughPigs.
Yeah, and you still write for ToughPigs, correct?
I do. I just wrote literally every review we did pertaining to Holy Moly.
I will tell you, the only thing I saw of Holy Moly was an animated GIF of New Zealand throwing Kermit.
Then you saw the best of it.
I did not see anything else. I never turned on my television or Hulu or however I'm supposed to watch it. Did not do that.
And you missed little to nothing.
That's what I hear from your reviews, which I did read. They were excellent and very thoughtful. Everyone should check them out. And my third question, which Muppet would you most want to invite to a Thanksgiving dinner?
Ooh.
Because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, which Muppet am I most thankful for?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, I don't want to sound basic, but I think it would have to be Kermit, because great conversationalist, very helpful, you know, just an all-around good egg.
Yeah.
With like some of these, I will say this, if it can't be Kermit, probably Fozzie. That way, you only have to worry about him stealing like a candy dish if you're in Jay Leno's house. and I don't think I'm going there for Thanksgiving.
I usually do, but we have to see this year. Things are a little, gotta visit the in-laws now.
Yeah.
All right. And very good. That's 20 points right there. And we're going to move on to our second contestant.
My only lead of the show.
That's it. You're in the lead. Shane, what is your name?
Does it count if you've already said it?
I mean, if it's your name, it's still the right answer.
Okay, well, I think it's Shane Keating.
It is.
All right.
And Shane, what's your history with the Muppets?
I think like Matthew and like everybody else, it was just something we saw as very young children, and I stuck to it all these years, and now I am also a writer for ToughPigs. Ho ho.
That's true, and also for Muppet Wiki.
Yeah, I know you're saying, don't look at Muppet Wiki during the show. One of us is Muppet Wiki personified.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I may have written some stuff that you based questions on. Who knows?
Well, almost definitely in some of the cases, but you'll figure that out when we get there. Which of the Muppets, Shane, would you most want to invite to a family dinner? A Thanksgiving family dinner. Because it's Thanksgiving.
I'm going to say maybe Boober, because Boober can cook.
It's true.
And I can't cook, so he would make some pretty, good food, I bet.
Some lima bean soup or...
Well, maybe not that, but...
Yeah.
Peace soup.
Peace soup, yes.
That's right. I remember that.
Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of inviting people to dinner, let's talk a little bit about families in this round, which we're calling Can You Guess? We all have families, and Muppets are no different. While some Muppet relatives are well known, like Kermit's nephew Robin or Scooter's sister Skeeter, others are a little more obscure. But everyone has someone they're related to, and in this game, we're going to explore this. I'm going to name a Muppet or Henson character relative. Your job is to buzz in and name the more famous character they're related to. You will also score a bonus point if you can name how they're related. For instance, if I said Traveling Matt, you would buzz in and say Gobo. You'd earn an extra point if you said that Matt was Gobo's uncle, or you could frame it as Gobo being Matt's nephew and score the point as well. Yes, real Muppet Wiki wise guys could say Uncle Gobo as a relative of Traveling Matt, but I did ask for more famous characters, not less famous characters.
But I mean, in universe, is Uncle Gobo more famous than regular Gobo?
This is why we need a season 2 of Back to the Rock. So
there we go.
Explore this.
That's right. It's a new timeline now.
Yes. Please wait until I finish saying the character's name or names to buzz in so our family at home can play along. Are we ready?
You got it.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, and that I should just say, sometimes there will be two relatives mentioned. Like in this one, question 1, Andy and Randy. Matthew.
That would be Miss Piggy. And she is their aunt. They are her nephews.
Correct. That's 2 points. This job wasn't too hard. Second question. Louie and May. Shane.
That they are Elmo's parents.
They are Elmo's parents.
I forgot Elmo's mother's name.
She doesn't show up as much.
No.
Question 3. Rudy. Shane.
Well, he is related to Abby Cadabby, and he is her stepbrother.
Correct. I guess I'm counting that as a relative. Let's be clear.
By marriage.
Question 4. Vinny Linguini.
Do we lose points if we get it wrong?
No.
And I have nothing to lose.
Shane?
I'm going to say he's related to Rizzo.
He is related to Rizzo.
Oh.
That sounds like a Rizzo kind of name. Cousin?
You would think he would be his cousin Vinny, but he is not his cousin Vinny. Matthew, do you have a guess?
I know he has brothers, at least in the tens of thousands. I'm going to say his brother.
It is his brother.
On the new Muppet Babies. That's right.
On the new Muppet Babies, he is Rizzo's brother, who is a pop star.
Ah.
Question 5. Flutter. Shane?
Aha, this one I do know. She is Tutter's from Bear in the Big Blue House. She is his grandmother.
Correct. I do want to say that is the first Bear in the Big Blue House question on 2 seasons of Hubba-Wha.
There's not going to be a whole Bear in the Big Blue House episode?
I would want there to be, but I feel like it'd be tough to find guests who are capable.
Maybe when it drops on Disney Plus at whenever. And the whole series is out there so people can watch it.
I feel like Noel McNeil keeps saying that this is going to be a real good year for Bear in the Big Blue House. So, question 6, Baron Petrie. Shane?
Baron Petrie von Honeydew is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew's great uncle.
I'll give you a point for knowing that he is related to Bunsen Honeydew. But he is not a great uncle.
Is he just a regular uncle?
I mean, I was going to let Matthew guess.
Oh!
Is he just a regular uncle?
He sure is, Matthew. He's just a regular uncle.
Woo, table scraps!
And of course, this was established where? Not for any points, but...
Oh, in Muppet Monster Adventure video game. Yep. That wasn't for points, right? Because I saw he just buzzed in on that.
No, that wasn't for points. The game's fun, so I don't know.
I've never played it. I've just seen playthroughs. It kind of looks like Spyro, but with Muppets.
It's basically a Spyro clone, and frankly, with not enough Muppets to justify it. But Spyro is fun, so there you go. Question 7, Nani. Matthew?
That is Big Bird's aunt.
Correct. As established in the Sesame Beginnings tapes.
I have never watched any of those.
Me either, but I've read Muppet Wiki. Question 8, Flange. Shane?
Flange is the father of Cotter Pindoozer.
Correct. Question 9, Laverne. Shane?
That's Animal's mother.
That is Animal's mother, as established in the book The Case of the Missing Mother, which we once did as a ToughPigs book club, and you can probably still find.
I think she also had some sitcom with some guy named Squiggy.
Hello, Laverne.
It was actually Mork. Question 10, Flossie. Matthew?
Isn't that Elmo's sister?
It is a sister. I will actually give you a point for sister in the spirit of Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
But it's not Elmo's. Elmo's sister was, of course, named Daisy.
Maisie.
No, Daisy. Daisy.
Oh, like Daisy.
Shane,
so
do you know who sister Flossie is?
Flossie. I'm just gonna take a stab. Hairy Monster.
It is Hairy Monster.
Oh!
Established in a couple of storybooks. She existed for a bit there.
There isn't a question about his other sister, is there?
No.
Okay, because I know he has another sister named Harriet.
And a twin brother named Jerry Monster.
And they also gave him another sister a few seasons ago. She didn't have a name, but she's not blue either. So that was...
I mean, it can happen.
Maybe adopted, or also through marriage. Stepsister.
Question 11. Composta heap. Matthew.
Did I ring in?
Oh, I thought you did.
Compost to heap.
Do you not know?
I'm gonna guess it's the sister of Marjorie the trash heap.
Great guess. Not correct.
But no.
It is a sister, though, or something else. It's two things, but I will give you a point for sister again, in the spirit of Thanksgiving. Shane, can you steal?
I can steal. That is Mulch. Mulch's sister from Muppets Tonight.
Oh, right.
When Dr. Phil Van Neuter does the Thomas Dolby cover.
That is Mulch's sister. Who else is she related to? We can buzz in again for this.
Oh, no. I gave it away, didn't I?
Shane?
Dr. Phil Van Neuter's wife?
Yes. Question 12. Athena. Shane?
That is Hoots the Owl's granddaughter.
That is Hoots the Owl's granddaughter. Question 13. Dusk. Ooh, I stumped even these two with this one.
I'm just going to take a guess.
Shane?
Now, dusk is a part of is something you say about the sky. And who lives in the sky? Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House. So I'm going to say Dusk is the niece of Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House.
I wish they'd spent more time on Luna's family. Luna had other celestial family members. It is not Luna. I will say you're thinking along the right path in some ways. Matthew?
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is dusk is the opposite of dawn, so I'm going to say Prairie Dawn's brother.
It's Prairie Dawn's aunt.
Ah.
I was also thinking Prairie Dawn because dusk and dawn, but I just went for the stupid route instead.
Yeah.
Hey, when in doubt, go ridiculous.
Question 14. Bobbin. I will spell this for you because it might make it a little easier. BOBB''N.
I got nothing to lose.
Shane, guess.
All right. So Bob from Sesame Street, his brother, Minneapolis Johnson, as played by Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
Minneapolis's third cousin twice removed, his barber's, street cleaner's, nephew's godchild.
Shane, I can't believe it. You did it again.
I got it wrong.
Yes. Matthew, any guesses? You can guess a relation. I've been given points for that.
I'm going to say the father, because we haven't done fathers yet. The father of Bob and Bob. Yeah, I'll go with Bob.
No, it's actually Dietz' brother from Age of Resistance.
Oh. See, I have not rewatched any of that since it came out. And I did not retain any world building information from that show.
There was a lot of world building information in that show, but and last question of this round. Tommy, a human man who looks exactly like famous actor and Muppets Tonight guest star Dennis Quaid. Shane?
He is Telly Monster's uncle.
Correct.
It from that VHS, Telling the Truth.
I found that on Muppet Wiki, and I thought that was the funniest thing anyone had ever written. And I watched that entire VHS. It's on YouTube. It is not good. The story of the boy who cries wolf has absolutely nothing to do with Telly's story of lying that his uncle works in the circus. But it is worth it for the end when it is revealed that, spoilers for Telling the Truth, a 90s Sesame Street VHS, it is revealed that Telly lied about his uncle working in the circus because he wanted to sound cool, when in reality, his uncle looks like Dennis Quaid and is an astronaut with his own jetpack. that he blasts off and spends the duration of the credits of telling the truth, just flying through space.
Just like he does in The Right Stuff.
I got it, Matthew. Well, thank you both for helping me prove my theory of relativity. Now that everyone is here, let's start cooking. And we all know one of the most ookie dookie chefs of all is our pal, the Swedish chef.
Not Angela.
So we're going to play a Swedish chef version of our Finish the Sketch game from last season, which we called then, What's Prairie's Problem? In this game, I'm going to describe the opening of a Swedish chef sketch from The Muppet Show. Your job is to tell me the ending or the punchline. In other words...
Not from Muppets Now?
No, these are all from The Muppet Show. I am not a fan of Muppets Now in general and the Swedish chef components of Muppets Now in specific.
But are you a fan of Danny Trejo?
Yes, but I preferred him in Muppets Most Wanted. So your job is to tell me the ending or the punchline of the sketch. In other words, how the Swedish chef solves his problem. Or more often than not, how the Swedish chef makes the problem worse. So for instance, if I said that the Swedish chef was making flapjacks and they got stuck to the ceiling, you'd tell me he solved that problem by shooting them with his blunderbuss gun. Each of these questions is worth 1 point. As always, wait until I'm done describing the sketch to buzz in. Here we go. Question 1. The chef tries to make lobster thermidor, but is stopped when... Matthew?
He is hijacked by a group of lobster banditos.
He is absolutely hijacked by the lobster banditos. Question 2. The chef shoots an English muffin with his blunderbuss, which creates... Matthew?
A donut.
Correct. Question 3. The chef wants to make chicken in the basket. This is easy. He takes a chicken and... Shane?
He throws it into a basketball hoop basket.
He sure does.
Now, is that 1 point or 2 points? In the sketch, he says it's 2 points.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got that it was a basketball joke. I just didn't remember that part of the sketch. Question 4. The chef makes chocolate cake with cream and fruit, which apparently turns it into a samurai. He defeats it with... Matthew?
A baseball bat.
Correct.
Of the cake and smoosher, I believe.
Question 5. The chef's meat loafers are a twist on meatloaf where the meat is... Shane?
He puts it in a loafer, like the shoe, not a lazy person.
He sure does. Question 6. The chef wants to make turtle soup, but the turtle keeps hiding in its shell. The chef brings out his blunderbuss, but... Shane?
The turtle shell turns into a tank, and he shoots him.
It sure does.
He kind of looks like a Blastoise from the Pokemon.
Yeah. The kids love that. The kids of 1982 loved that too. Question 7. The chef wants to make eggs, so he gets a chicken to lay some. However, the chicken... Shane?
Well, now there's 2 different bits.
There sure is.
Where he's done this.
There sure is.
Are they both acceptable?
Yes.
So one of them, the chicken just lays ping pong balls. So the chef chases him around, her, because, chickens, female chicken's legs. And the other one...
Well, pause. Matthew, do you know the other one?
Oh.
I don't. So I'm going to say the chicken lays a hand grenade.
You know, that's so close. I guess I'm gonna
it's a
give it
bomb,
to you.
isn't it?
It's just one of those little black bombs with the fuse on it. Like, you know.
In the cartoon.
Yeah, but
a hand grenade is shaped like an egg.
Yeah, actually, that's true. A hand grenade is shaped more like an. I gave you the point.
Thank you. Some sort of explosive device.
And then there was the one with the ping pong balls as well. Question 8. The chef wants to open up a coconut and struggles to find a hammer and saw. Unfortunately, inside the coconut, he finds... Shane?
A bomb.
Also a bomb, yes. Question 9. The chef wants to make frog's legs, so he grabs Robin and starts menacing him with a cleaver. Kermit runs in to stop the sketch, but Robin objects to the way his uncle is trying to end things, since Kermit is yelling... Matthew?
Cut!
Correct.
Don't say cut, say stop.
Mm-hmm. And last question. In the kinda Thanksgiving-themed Arlo Guthrie episode of The Muppet Show, the chef wants to make a big home-cooked meal for everyone. But the turkeys, pigs, cows, and even the vegetables refuse to let him cook them. So instead, he serves everyone... Matthew?
I'm going to say popcorn.
It is not popcorn. Good guess. Shane, do you know?
Vitamin pills.
It is vitamin pills. All right. Well, now that we've done all of that cooking, as my other favorite chef Gonger would say, it's ready. And speaking of the monster foodies, it's time for a very special round of our classic head-to-head game.
Beat the time!
Which today we are calling Eat the Time. That's right. It's time to eat up with Gonger's best friend, Cookie Monster. Maybe you've heard of that guy. Well, if you haven't, let me tell you. This guy is this furry monster. He's blue, and he's just wild about eating cookies. It's his favorite thing, but he's no stranger to controversy. In the 2000s, people worried that Cookie Monster would become the veggie monster and start only eating healthy food. Muppet fans like us were never worried, though, because we know Cookie Monster has always had a balanced diet. Of course, he munches some carrots and beans and poultry and greens along with his chocolate chip, since bananas and plums make him go yum and nutrition is really hip.
Word.
Thank you. But Cookie Monster eats a lot of cookies and a lot of healthy food, but he also has eaten a lot of other things. Things that absolutely, unquestionably aren't food. So in this game, you are going to take turns naming things other than food eaten by Cookie Monster. I checked the exhaustive list on Muppet Wiki, and I was able to consolidate it into 55 distinct things or categories of things. 55. This is the biggest game we ever had, although I sincerely doubt anybody is going to be able to get all of them. Your job is to get as many as you can. Your stomach's not as big as your eyes. You can only eat so many copies of the script for Doctor Zhivago. That's the 56th one. I'm not counting that one, but it was on the list. Starting with Matthew, you'll name an object Cookie Monster ate that isn't a food. Then we'll pass to Shane. You'll take turns until neither of you can name something. If you get it wrong, or you answer too slow, your opponent will have a chance to steal. And folks, maybe you think this job's too hard. Admittedly, I don't remember all this stuff either, but worst comes to worst, you can just name things you see around your house, and you've got a pretty good chance of success. This guy loves eating. Are you ready? Because me born ready. Cowabunga. Matthew?
I'm going to say the Volkswagen from Follow That Bird.
The Volkswagen from Follow That Bird is on my list. Shane?
A safe. Ernie's safe, to be exact.
It is Ernie's safe on the list. Matthew?
He eats a typewriter in Christmas Eve on Sesame Street.
Sure does.
He also eats a pencil.
He sure does. Matthew?
He eats a telephone. That's the last of the 3 bits.
That is the last of the 3 bits. Shane?
A manhole cover.
A manhole cover, correct. Matthew?
I believe in A Brief History of Motion Pictures, he eats Rosebud the sled from Citizen Kane.
He absolutely does, and that's on my list. Shane?
A bicycle.
He does eat a bicycle. He shares it with Hairy Monster. They make a wish on the handlebars. Matthew?
Does he eat a computer?
Matthew, I don't think Cookie Monster has ever eaten a computer.
Really?
He's eaten something that's similar to a computer, but not similar enough that I would give you a point for it, unfortunately. Shane?
The letter M.
I had letters just as one grouping, so we didn't have to go through everything. Matthew?
Well, he said letters. I'm going to say numbers.
He has eaten those as well, yes. Shane?
This is different than the Volkswagen, but a truck.
He did eat a truck, correct. Matthew?
He once ate Julie Andrews' shoe.
A shoe, absolutely. Shane?
In that same bit, he ate a candlestick.
A candlestick. It was lit. Matthew?
He's also eaten a stick of dynamite.
In that same sketch, absolutely. Shane?
Her feather boa
Um,
was also in that.
correct. Had to see if I had that written down as boa or feather boa, but yes. Matthew?
He's eaten part of a pyramid. The prop pyramid when the opera singer sang C is for cookie. Isn't that a prop or is that an actual cookie?
No, I considered that to be a cookie
It's
because
a pyramid made of cookies.
because it's a pyramid made of cookies. Matthew, I will let you guess again.
Boy, I'm running out a lot faster than I thought. He eats a glass at some point.
He sure does. Shane?
As Alistair Cookie, he's eaten his pipe.
Correct. Matthew?
Has he eaten a book?
He has eaten a book. Shane?
Are cell phones different than telephones?
I did not count them differently. I will let you guess again.
He's eaten a boom mic.
Microphone, yes.
Yeah.
I just had to, again, figure out what I had it written as, because I had to consolidate some similar objects.
Mhm.
Matthew?
He's eaten a Christmas tree.
He has eaten a Christmas tree, correct. Shane?
He has eaten Sesame Street itself.
He did once eat Sesame Street itself. Matthew?
Has he eaten the Sesame Street sign?
You know, I should have had signs written down. He eats the Sesame Street. Yeah, I do have sign written down because he eats the sign, Sesame Street sign, in like one of the openings for an animated video, a storybook video. He definitely does, but I'll give it to you for signs.
Oh,
Shane?
He eats the like the award envelope in the Monster Hits video. I don't know if that's on your list, but
I am counting that as paper.
Oh, okay.
Which has not been named yet. Matthew?
All right.
A snow globe?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh.
Shane?
He has eaten snow.
He has eaten snow, not a food. Shane? Matthew?
Oh. Has he eaten a balloon?
No.
Boy, I'm starting to fade.
All right. Shane? Eventually I'll call it.
A plate.
A plate. That's on my list. Matthew?
Has he eaten a necktie?
He has eaten a necktie. Shane?
Oh, he's eaten a streetcar named Monster like poster thing. I don't know if that's on your I don't know if that counts as paper as well.
I think that's paper. I don't have poster as being separate from paper. Sorry.
Oh.
Matthew?
Has he eaten a surfboard?
You would think, but no. Only Mr. Hooper gets to surf. Shane, I'm going to call it soon.
A brick wall.
Bricks is on the list. Matthew?
A pair of glasses?
Groucho Marx glasses. I'll give it to you. Shane?
A table.
No. Matthew?
A blender?
No. You guys if you get the next two wrong, I'm calling it. Shane?
A napkin, which I hope does not qualify as paper because there are paper.
Didn't count it as separate from paper. I'll let you guess again, though.
Salt and pepper shakers.
I may have counted that as glass because what's inside it is food.
Oh, that's true.
It is technically food.
It's seasoning, not food.
Okay, no. Matthew?
Has he eaten a remote control?
He has eaten a remote control. Shane, back to you. Two people didn't get it wrong.
A camera.
A camera, correct. Matthew?
Has he eaten... Would a tire count separately from a car? Or...
I would count tire separately from a car. Has he eaten a tire, though? I don't actually know if he's eaten a tire separately from eating the whole car.
So when I said he had eaten Sesame Street itself, there are a lot of things.
Oh no!
That special that are individual items.
I'm not.
The tire swing is one of those things, so I don't know.
Matthew, do you have another guess? I'm not playing rules lawyer here. I'll just give you another guess.
I'm gonna say a jungle gym.
He has not eaten a jungle gym. Shane, if you get this wrong, I'm calling it.
I'm gonna say a whistle.
Not on my list. I don't think he ate that. So here were other possible answers. I will go through them quick. Balls, a blindfold, a box, chains, a chair, checkers, a clock, Sesame Street's Emmy Award, feathers, film, a film canister, flashlight, flowers, a frisbee, a frying pan, a guitar, a hat, hot dog stand, a toy house that was previously on top of Prairie Dawn, kaleidoscope, lamp, leaves, a magic wand, a mailbox, a mattress, the moon, painting, I guess a painting. Shane, I will give you back a point because poster and painting are closer. And I counted that separately.
But he didn't eat the pictures.
He didn't. Stephen Colbert's Peabody Award, a pillow, a pocketbook, an Aretha Franklin record, ring, a rock, a speaker, a sponge, a spoon, a suitcase, a tray, a trophy distinct from an Emmy or a Peabody, a ukulele distinct from a guitar, a vacuum cleaner, wires, yarn, a yo-yo, and the thing that is like a computer but not a computer, an Xbox 360.
I was gonna say a typewriter is like a computer, but there's...
Refresh my memory, but in Elmo and Grouchland, doesn't he eat the jail bars?
No.
Or am I not remembering that movie correctly?
No.
There was a deleted scene where he eats the keys that they were gonna try and get out with.
Oh, self-sabotaging Cookie Monster.
Otherwise, he has no purpose in that movie.
He's funny.
Telly's funnier though.
Yes. Oh, Telly is 100. Great Telly stuff. I mean, I'm on the record as actually liking Elmo and Grouchland, but
you have that article in defense of it.
I do.
Everyone should go read it right now. Pause the episode, read the article, and then come back.
All right. So let's move into our final regular round. Before we say goodnight, we would be remiss if we forgot about the most Thanksgiving thing of all, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. In this round, which I call I Love a March, we're going to celebrate that famous annual event by answering questions about the Muppets' presence in the parade throughout the years. Each of these questions is worth 2 points. As always, wait until I've finished asking the question to buzz in so everyone gets a chance to play along at home. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Question 1. Kermit the Frog was the first Muppet balloon in the parade. In what year did he debut? Matthew.
Would that be 1977?
It is 1977. A good year for Kermit and a good year for Talking Heads. Question 2. What are the other 3 Muppet characters who have had balloons in the parade? Now we're getting closer. That is Matthew, though.
Super Grover,
Mm-hmm.
Abby Cadabby, and the third one, Big Bird.
Correct.
I was going to say Elmo, but then I remembered as Elmo was escaping my mouth that it was Big Bird.
Yeah, there never was.
I was going to say Mr. Poodle Pants.
There never was an Elmo balloon, which is a little odd considering how big he was in the 90s. Question 3. The Big Bird balloon was redesigned in 2001. What was he holding in this version? Matthew.
Cymbals.
It is cymbals. Everyone knows Big Bird loves playing the cymbals. Question 4. 1976 was the second year there was a Sesame Street float. The Muppets on that float were a little unusual, though, as the only ones who appeared were Big Bird, Oscar, Ernie, Bert, and which Jerry Nelson character? Shane.
Rodeo Rosie.
It was Rodeo Rosie.
So weird.
Question 5. In 1979, most of the usual puppeteers were busy elsewhere, so new puppeteers had to be brought in for the Sesame float. What feature of the parade was keeping Jim, Frank, and everybody else busy? Shane?
They were on the Electric Mayhem bus.
They absolutely were.
I wish there were video of that. I have not seen that.
Yeah, I haven't either. Maybe someone knows. Question 6. Kevin Clash was one of the new puppeteers who was brought in. Which Sesame Street Muppet did he perform and apparently blew out his voice in the process? Shane?
That would be the Cookie Monster.
That is the Cookie Monster. I've heard of that guy. I hear he once ate an Xbox.
The 2021 2022 Cookie Monster, as opposed to the 1989 Cookie Monster.
Oh, I understand. Yes, with Robert Pattinson as the Cookie Monster.
And then you have like the blue furry, the blue furry rises like somewhere in there.
Yeah, of course. Question 7. In 1984, the Sesame Street Parade float did not appear. Which 2 Sesame Street vehicles appeared instead? Shane.
Oscar Sloppy Jalopy and the Count Mobile.
Correct, because Follow That Bird came out that year.
Was that 84? I thought Follow That Bird came out in 85.
It might have been in promotion of the movie,
yeah,
because they probably
it would have come
filmed
out before November of 85.
Question 8. In 2002, international Sesame Street characters appeared on the Sesame float because, boy, did we need to foster respect for other countries in 2002. Which appropriate Jeff Moss song did they sing that year? Matthew.
I'm going to say Sing.
No,
Oh, no, that's a Joe Raposo song.
That is a Joe Raposo song, but it wasn't Sing. Shane, do you have a guess?
We Are All Earthlings.
It was We Are All Earthlings. Question 9. Despite rarely appearing on the show after 2000, which female Muppet was featured prominently in the parade for another 8 years after that? Matthew.
I'm going to say Ovahita.
Not Ovahita. Despite appearing rarely on the show after 2000, Ovahita doesn't premiere until like
right
2009. Sorry, good guess though. Shane, do you have a guess?
That is Alice Snuffleupagus.
It is Alice Snuffleupagus. She stuck around in the parade until 2008.
And now we know why she wasn't in the relatives category.
Correct. Question 10. In 2016, the Muppet Gang appeared pretty prominently in the parade, kicking off the event with a parody of one of their own songs. Which Muppet song was rewritten to celebrate the Thanksgiving Day parade? Matthew.
What is Hey a Movie?
That is Hey a Movie. Question 11. In 2013, Sesame Street had an episode where Oscar the Grouch ran the Trash Giving Day Parade, which was sponsored by Mr. Disgracey. That's a great pun. Anyway, which ironically named comedic actor played this role? Shane?
That would be Bing Bong himself, Richard Kind.
It sure was the other grasshopper in Bug's Life himself, Richard Kind.
The guy from Spin City.
John Mulaney's guest star himself, Richard Kind.
Was he on the Mulaney sitcom?
No, on Sack Lunch Bunch.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, in the theme song, despite there being many guest stars, in the theme song, the only guest star they name is Richard Kind. There's a whole verse that's like, the guest star's name is Richard Kind. Question 12. And let's not forget about our friends, the Fraggles. How many years did the Fraggles appear in the Thanksgiving Day Parade on a float? Matthew?
I'm going to say 1.
Incorrect. Shane?
I'm going to say 1 + 1.
Correct.
Which for the people at home who don't have calculators, that is 2.
Good math. And speaking of math, I got to do some arithmetic before the next game. So contestants, get your questions ready as I do some adding. Now it's time for you two to share your knowledge with me. I guess, wait, actually, why did I write that? You were doing that the whole time. Now it's time for you two to ask some questions to me. That's right.
You need to leave that in.
I will. That's right. It's time for the Anything in the World prize game, because you two are now able to ask me anything in the world, or at least anything in the world of Muppets. If you stump me, you'll earn 10 points. Our current scores, Matthew, you have 57 points, and Shane, you have 68 points. You really pulled ahead on those relatives is where you really got Matthew.
I remind you, Shane is Muppet Wiki personified.
Well, listen, that's still pretty close. 57 to 68.
I'll admit I didn't think it would be this close.
That's not bad. So Matthew, we're going to start with you. Do you have a question for me?
I do. Yes, you did tell us that it was food and family themed, so I did try and come up with a food-themed question. So my trivia question to you is, as always, if you know my stuff, if you've read my work, you've heard my interviews, you know I'm a Disney Parks fan. In 2020, the Muppets took over the restaurant at the American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot to get Regal Eagle Smokehouse. What was the name of the restaurant before the Muppet takeover?
The Great American Cookout.
That is incorrect. I have successfully stumped you. Victory is mine.
Well, that's 10 points. What is the right answer?
The correct answer is Liberty Inn.
Good question. Fair question. Makes me hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. And Shane, do you have a question for me?
That I do. So, on The Muppet Show, Marvin Suggs and his all-food glee club audition performing Yes, We Have No Bananas. During the instrumental break, Marvin and the foods trade some puns. What are the 4 foods that deliver food puns with him?
So I've seen this episode, obviously, and it's very funny. Mm-hmm. But I do not know. So I'm going to see if I can,
guess.
Speaking of basketball, like 3-point this, from
downtown.
Yeah, from downtown. Like Benny Rabbit. I'm going to go downtown and then shoot from there.
Wow, that was nerdy even for this group.
Second time in this season I've made that joke, potentially first time, depending on when I choose to release these episodes. So let's see. A tomato. The thing that's like an onion or scallion, it's green with like white things coming out of it. That's always there.
A leek?
Leek, that's maybe, I don't know. You'll have to count that if I get this right otherwise. Grapes and broccoli.
All right, so it's not leek, they're scallions.
Okay.
You had it right. You got one of them right.
Okay.
You got tomato.
Okay.
Marvin tells the tomato they're slow, and she says she will
catch up.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it this way.
So the other foods are a cabbage. He's getting ahead. The artichoke is singing his heart out.
Yep.
And the asparagus feels naked without his hollandaise.
Wouldn't have gotten that last one even if you told me the vegetable. So that's 10 points. And now it's time for me to make things even more difficult. In our final round, say the word. So as you guys know, in this round, you can wager any amount of points. The winner gets those points and the loser loses them. You will get to hear the question before you wager. So let's check the scores. Matthew, you've got 67 points. And Shane, you have 78 points. So let's return to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for this one. Or at least, let's kind of return to that. One Muppet part of the parade I didn't mention was that in 1981, Beauregard appeared in the parade driving his taxi. This was not the Beauregard puppet, however, but Muppet builder and designer Ed Christie in costume. While Ed Christie might not be a household name, he designed several major Muppet characters who were introduced to Sesame Street in the 90s and 2000s. Some of these are characters that you definitely know, others maybe not. According to his credits on Muppet Wiki, there are 6 total characters he designed for Sesame Street in the 90s and 2000s. You guys are going to name as many of those characters as you can. Whoever names more will win the bet and win this round. You do not have to get all 6. You just have to do better than the other one. So again, you are naming as many of the 6 Sesame Street Muppets designed by Ed Christie. They're all characters from the 90s and the 2000s. Worst comes to worst, just name 6 characters from the 90s and 2000s and see how you feel. You don't have to get them all to win. You just have to do better than the other person. Shane is entering his answer one at a time. That is fine.
I was not aware that you had to put them all in at once.
No, it's okay. I don't care. I make up the rules.
But it's 6. We have to name 6, right?
Well, if you can't think of 6 characters, you could name fewer than 6 and tell me. But
we can't guess like more than 6 in a whole.
No, I'm not going to let you guess more than 6.
Okay, then.
And I think you can at least name 6 characters.
Oh, yes, I can.
But yes, the question is, do you remember?
And they're all are these all domestic characters?
Yes, I'm only counting domestic Sesame Street characters. Great question, because he did work a lot on the international productions. So, neither of you successfully named all 6 characters, which admittedly would be impossible.
Oops.
However, you both named 6 characters, and some of these characters are correct. So, Matthew, how many points did you bet?
I bet 12 points.
And Shane, how many points did you bet?
I bet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as well.
You guys are twins.
Well, that's because Shane's not wearing his hat. Shane, put your hat on.
There. Oh, they can't see that, can they?
Well, I can.
Somebody called Trivia Twins, and that's us.
We don't. We both hate pepperoni.
So, Shane, would you like to read the 6 Muppets that you listed?
I have 5.
Oh, you're
I
right.
have-
5. I miscounted.
I said Rosita, Zoe, and then the Squirrels, which are 3 squirrels based on the Shirelles.
There are 3 squirrels based on the Shirelles because kids in the 90s loved the Shirelles and squirrels. Matthew, which 6 characters did you name?
I put Murray Monster, Benny Rabbit, Ovahita, Ingrid, Humphrey, and Natasha.
So, the 6 characters that, according to Muppet Wiki, Ed Christie designed in this era are Abby Cadabby, Curly Bear, Horatio the Elephant, Lulu, the short-lived female Muppet monster who was blue, and, other than Abby, the other 2 best-known characters, Rosita and Zoe.
I thought Abby was like a Raleigh Cruson special.
I thought Zoe was Raleigh Cruson.
According to Muppet Wiki, I mean, listen, unless you guys are wrong, Shane, but
No, I'll take the Wiki's word over it. I was just assuming that by that point, Ed Christie kind of was not like around as much.
Ed Christie for Sesame Street, 1978 to 2004, Abby Cadabby, Curly Bear, Rosita, Zoe the Elephant, Lulu, and he built Aristotle, but that is before the 90s and also not designed, built. So assuming Muppet Wiki is right, I mean, and we have to.
I also forgot Curly Bear was real.
Curly Bear is real.
Yet another sibling, yet another relative.
That I left off for this reason. Because she was going to show up here. Scott, if you want to confirm, but it looks like Raleigh Cruson built Curly Bear, but Ed Christie designed her.
Yeah.
So with that, our winner this week and this week's toughest pig is Shane.
I'm 2 for 2.
Congratulations, Shane. You win your choice of an monster meal or this magnet of my favorite character in the Thanksgiving Day Parade, Super Grover. It says, and I am cute too. Because he is.
Well, I have not eaten dinner yet, so a monster meal would be very good. I don't know how tasty a magnet would be, but I'm sure it has non-edible, what's the word I'm looking for? Uses that I could probably find for it.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm going to have to send this to you via mail, and a meal is not going to be so good by the time I get to the post office and get it out to you.
You don't do, I can't DoorDash or Uber Eats?
You can't Uber Eats an monster meal.
Who would have thought?
Well, I will send you the magnet. And that brings us to the end of another one. So guests, where can people find you if you wish to be found? Let's start with Matthew.
You can find me currently in a pit of despair. You can find me on Twitter at Matthew Soberman. That's about it. Yeah, you can read me at toughpigs.com, wdwnt.com for Disney Parks news. That's it.
Good stuff. And Shane, where can people find you?
You can find me on the top of Victory Mountain or on the internet. I am as Sock Drawer on Twitter, Letterboxd, if you want to follow me there. And also follow One Muppet Shot on Twitter. And you can also find my stuff on ToughPigs and Muppet Wiki.
Yeah, and of course you can find ToughPigs in general at toughpigs.com or at ToughPigs on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And hey, if you like our work, consider donating to the ToughPigs Patreon, where you can get even more exclusive free stuff. We also have ToughPigs t-shirts for sale on ToughPigs, including a Hubba-Wha t-shirt. So if you want to let people know about your very normal taste in podcasts, you can. Also, I'd like to thank some people for helping out. Me for writing the questions and editing and recording and all that stuff. But also our guests. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
I am stuffed with Muppet trivia.
The greatest meal there is. And also thanks to Stacy Rosen for writing our theme music. Thanks to Richard Gomez for doing some new artwork for the show. Thanks to Joe Hennis, the ToughPigs Muppet Fan Podcast executive producer. And also, thanks to giving. Or thanks for giving. Whatever. And lastly, thanks to all you for being with us on Hubba-Wha, the Muppet Quiz Show. And as always, remember Muppets from Space. Family is what you make it. Find the folks that love you at your weirdest. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Monster want lunch. Macaroni and melon. Magnificent meal.